In September 2021, Haaland was giving a post-match interview after Dortmund beat Besiktas. He was talking about Bellingham, calling him amazing, marveling that he was 3 years younger than him. And then Bellingham walked into shot, planted a kiss on his cheek, and disappeared. Haaland tried to suppress a grin and failed completely. That moment went viral instantly. But what nobody talked about was what that friendship was actually doing to both of them, psychologically. Because that friendship, that specific bond between two of the best players in the world, is one of the reasons both of them kept getting better every single year without stopping. Bellingham joined Borussia Dortmund in summer 2020 at just 17 years old. Haaland had already been there 6 months, already scoring goals at a terrifying rate. 13 goals in his first 15 Bundesliga games. Bellingham arrived as a teenager with a glowing reputation, but completely unproven at the highest level. What happened next surprised everyone. Two teenagers carrying the weight of extraordinary expectations found each other. And what could have been a competitive tension between two elite talents fighting for the spotlight became something completely different. Genuine friendship, genuine trust, genuine investment in each other's success. Bellingham would later describe Haaland as like a brother, an even better guy than a striker, and Haaland watched Bellingham blossom from a promising teenager into arguably the most complete midfielder of his generation, and called it crazy in the best possible way. Here's what most people miss about this friendship. It survived everything. Haaland left Dortmund for Manchester City in 2022. Bellingham left for Real Madrid in 2023. Different clubs, different leagues, different countries, and they stayed close. During the 2022 World Cup, Bellingham revealed that Haaland had messaged him before and after England's opening game. Good luck before. Well done after. Still sending each other what Bellingham called silly stuff when something reminded them of an old joke. Psychologists have a name for what this kind of friendship does to elite performers. It's called a secure base, a relationship so stable and genuine that it frees your brain from the anxiety of needing to prove yourself socially. When you have a secure base, someone who knows exactly who you are and believes in you completely, your brain redirects all the energy it would have spent on social anxiety directly into performance. Haaland doesn't need to prove himself to Bellingham. Bellingham doesn't need to perform for Haaland. They just are who they are, with each other. And that freedom, that specific psychological freedom, allows both of them to focus every ounce of their energy on becoming the best versions of themselves on the pitch. But here's the part that makes this friendship genuinely extraordinary. In April 2024, Manchester City played Real Madrid in the Champions League. Bellingham was tasked with marking Haaland at a corner, and instead of the aggression and intensity you'd expect, Bellingham rested his head on Haaland's chest for a moment. Just a moment. And the screenshot flooded social media. Within minutes, two of the most competitive players on the planet sharing a quiet human moment in the middle of a battle neither of them intended to lose. This is what makes their friendship so psychologically rare. They can compete completely, hold nothing back, give everything they have against each other, and then return to being brothers the moment the whistle blows, because the friendship is never actually at risk from the competition. And that security, that knowledge that the competition cannot break what they built, makes both of them compete harder, not softer, because there's nothing to protect, just everything to give. When Bellingham scored on his competitive debut for Real Madrid, Haaland was one of the first to publicly celebrate. When Norway knocked Brazil out of the 2026 World Cup, the internet immediately started talking about what it meant for Bellingham and Haaland to potentially face each other in the quarterfinals. Because this friendship has become bigger than football. It has become proof of something most people spend their whole lives getting wrong about competition. That the people who push you hardest don't have to be your enemies. Sometimes the person who makes you want to be better is the same person cheering loudest when you are. Haaland called Bellingham amazing. Bellingham called Haaland like a brother. And somehow, between Manchester and Madrid, between Norway and England, between everything they are, competing for. That has never changed. If this changed how you think about the people around you, the next video will show you something else elite footballers do with their relationships that most people never figure out.